Hello, everyone. This is Grand Madam. Thanks for dropping by. Well, how did you handle that lunar eclipse the other day? I woke up right into it. Couldn't see a doggone thing. It was nothing out but clouds. That's been happening to me for the last few months. I want to see these big, beautiful celestial events, and I get nothing but clouds. Well, we'll see what we can do about that. Maybe some other time. But for right now, I'm quite sure you might be interested in finding out what all that means. Okay. And hello, Linda Russell. How are you? How are you? We shall see. What does all this mean now that we've gone through the lunar eclipse, working through, I guess, what has erupted from the past and come into full service of the present right about now? Hello, El. How are you? How are you? We will see. Let's just see what areas. I'm going to do the bells and the breathing shortly. And I'm going to use Soul Contract deck. That's going to be for us, along with the Golden Tarot, to see pretty much where we are right about now. This is not the time to manifest, but Friday should be a good time to get started if you're trying to create something for yourself and set an intention. What else is going on here? Oh, yeah, that fiasco. Hey, Kat, that fiasco. I sent you an email. Get back to me, please. Let me know. Um, Over there in the Middle East, what can I say? I don't care. I want to know what the outcome is. I really want to know what the outcome is. And I just want harmony and balance over there. Harmony and balance over here, too. Harmony and balance. Get started with that. Okay. We've got 16 people in here. Okay. Well, let's get started with the bowl. Oh, I can't find my pendulum, y'all. She left me. I've been looking all over the floor, under stuff. So it's just us and the cards. The pendulum has gone. Okay, Barbara. Okay, let's get to breathing here. We're going to do 3 seconds. Breathe in on a 3 count. Hold it on a 3 count. Exhale on a 3 count through the mouth. 3 times. It's about creativity. All right. Are we ready? Let's go. Breathe in through the nose. Hold it. Exhale out of the mouth. Breathe in through the nose. Hold it. Exhale out of the mouth. Last time, breathe in through the nose. Hold. I'm watching the cat's reaction. Interesting. Interesting. I hope that gave you kind of an energy shift, because we are in another volatile situation, and we're not going to let that phase us at all. We can't. Those of you with people over there in the Middle East, we are in your. I got them in my prayers. We just put them in your prayers, and we send them up for their safety and protection and their way home, so that they can find a safe way home. And in the meantime, this is going to be about us. All right. Now, let's see. Using the Soul Contract deck. Excuse me. I want to see where we are in this madness. How are we faring as individuals and as a collective? There is a group karma. Okay. So how are we doing? What is the message to us, the Grand Collective? What is the message to the Grand Collective? Uh-huh. So on this reading, yes, we're all gangs all here. Tarot teams here. The angels are here. Your egregores are here. Ancestors for some of you are here. That's cool. Thank you for dropping by. Okay. Okay. So where are we now? What's the energy we need to look on or look at? Okay. Universal acceptance, the divine embrace. Okay, we're on this level. We are on the level. We are on the level where we can not only give a divine embrace, we can receive one. Light of truth. Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, because we have the light of truth. We're coming from the inside, expressing divine love on the outside. We are actually performing our own divine embrace. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're spiritual evolution, soul's growth. Okay, we're making it. We're doing it. We are doing it, folks. So we have grown. We have grown. Hey, Jaconda. We have grown. And we've grown, bottom of the deck, we've grown through our inner flame. So what does all that mean? We're on our way into ascension. We have ascended. Ain't on our way. We have ascended. We have ascended. Now, what I want to know is, let's hold on to our position as best we can. And let's project. Let's see if we can't skip to another timeline and see what to expect after this volleying back and forth of missiles. This game, this deadly game that's being played. What can we expect? Oh, wait a minute. Getting ready to do it again. Getting ready to do it again. Wait a minute. What can we expect after the missiles stop? They got the planes falling out the sky on their all on their own. What can we expect after this conflict? What can we expect after this conflict? Hi, Nellie Rivers. Haven't seen you in a while. Carmen, hello. What can we expect after this conflict with Is It Real and Persians? Iran and other Middle Eastern countries over there. What can we expect after this? All right. Look at this. Merchants need to make a new decision. Ain't that a mess? And see, this is what it was all about in the first place. Money, probably about construction. Land grabs. Taking somebody's land and doing something else with it. Doing what you want. Satisfactory here. Oh, here's the power base. Here's the power seeker, the power broker. I don't know who this, the Queen of Wands, she who must be obeyed, or all hell will break loose. Yeah, well, I don't want to go too far off on a tangent. Here's the Ten of Cups. This is like a clan. I'm gonna look at this like a clan now, or a group. Let's keep going. Here come the soldiers, the Knights of Wands. Oh, transformation. This is the regime change. But you know what is so ironic is that, never mind. And here is the Phyllis leader and the elite, the rich ones, the enriched. Okay. Concerned about making things work. This is after it's all said and done, right? Opportunities abounding, vacancies. So many opportunities, there's downright confusion. There's nobody to fill those opportunities. Now, here we have another issue with getting a return on our yield from a foreign country. Hmm. Don't think that's coming either. It looks as though, well, this is the Hermit. I'm sorry, Virgo energy. Somebody's going to learn how to stand alone because somebody's going to be isolated. Hmm. And here we go. Okay. This might be Mother Russia. This is the Empress. Let's see who's with it. Who's accompanying her? Oh, she has a announcement to make. Page of Wands. Oh my goodness. The difficulty is trying to deal with someone who is so emotionally volatile. But the outcome looks like it's going to be a big win for somebody. Now, who? Oh, a stolen win. So, what it looks like, that's Seven of Swords. Okay, here comes the cult leaders again. The cult has been dissolved. Let's just say government as we know it, life as we know it has just changed. There's a grand split between the old and the new. And the new modern way looks like it's going to win. Here's the world cycle. This is also number 10, meaning the end of a cycle. What the? Keep in mind, this is the aftermath. At, at first, there's not going to be any things are going to be like standing still for a minute, standing still for a while. Then you have this guy. Oh, this guy, King of Swords, who feels that he has been betrayed and blocked from the truth. And I do believe this is the King of Swords. That is definitely King of Swords finds out the truth or gives the truth, or tells the truth. It snitches. That's Iran. That's Iran. And that King of Swords is going to reach out to the people, to the masses in the world through social media. There'll be bits and pieces of information out to make people feel that their side is the winning side and all that kind of stuff. But it is all, here we go again with the, basically it looks like to me it was, well, you know what it is. It was a front to stall the secrets from the epi files dealing with the children, to keep somebody out of prison. There is a woman spearheading this. This is, well, for some of you, you're more down to earth than I. But for me, if this looks like Virginia Giuffre organizing things from spirit realm and making pretty damn sure that things are going to be organized and in control. Mm-hmm. And she's going to show us where the money is or where the money came from. In other words, following the money It's like she's orchestrating from beyond. I know it's a little woo woo for some of you. That she's also blocking stuff to make sure people don't get what they thought should be getting involved in that trafficking too. I'm getting a lot. This is weird. This is even for me. I'm just getting a lot of action against the traffickers from the spiritual realms. This is deep from the spirit. Look at this, and they running. They're getting away too. Always heading for an island. And here is the conflict. Where's conflict at home? Is conflict in the this is the gnome person with the conflict. She's going to be withdrawing soon. I'm gonna put this back. I still don't have there's a lot of stuff going on with that door open. I tell you, weird sounds coming through my front door. I want to know, but I should have. How are we going to be? How are the American people going to be impacted from this conflict with Iran? That's what I want to know. How will we be impacted? We know about the oil. Of course, we're going to survive it. How will we? How will the American people be impacted? How will the Grand Collective be impacted by the conflict in Iran between in Iran with Iran? Conflict, U.S. is in Iran. How will we be impacted? That's what I want to know. Hola, Mario. How are you? Hi, Quandi. Hola. Okay. How will we be impacted? We want to be left alone. We are going to be moving into a sense of, obviously, but a sense of, how could I be so stupid? A sense of, and here's this power, this, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. Here we have the power broker, okay? Her power is to, and there's a lot of feminine power in place right about now that has taken over damn near everything. It's feminine power. And has created a lots of confusion deliberately. We have deliberate confusion here. So much so, it's like people are like, I wish the hell I never did it. I wish the hell I was never part of this thing. Regret. And here, while one group is going through regret, another group is capitalizing on it all. Okay? Capitalizing. This is the King of Wands and this is the Six of Pentacles. People are being paid, not paid off, paid. Okay? Okay? Next line. How else are people being impacted by the conflict? Hopeful decisions, judgment. Now they want to calm it down, huh? Now they want to calm it down. I have children and their families. This is interesting. This is also a victory regarding a woman. Things happening fast, perfectly. This is almost like a battle between two of the most powerful women in the world, or the most powerful feminine energies in the world. This is downright weird. Yeah, and topping it off is the insecurity of those of the patriarchy, insecurity of the throne. Here's a conflict. Look at the conflict. Somebody's charging right dead center. Well, we know that's the conflict in the Middle East, and it has to do. Look, it has to do with the children, strengthening the children. It has to do with empowering children. It has to do with empowering the female, the women, because the children are under attack. Because without the children, you have no future. So that's why the children are being deleted. Okay. Um, at least we're aware of this now. At least we are aware of this now, and we are also aware of how certain people got their wealth, because it was sure as hell not legal. And now we don't feel too bad. We don't feel too guilty that we don't share this kind of wealth, because we would have never, ever, even in our 10th level of consciousness, would have come up with anything as heinous as that to make money, as what's been going on to make money. Right now, people are isolating their fearless leader. They want him like away from them. You stay away from me because you brought all this to us, and it's doing too much. It's too much for all this. The money is never going to be enough for this burden that we have to carry now. Look at this. And now we have problems with the International Criminal Court. Oh my goodness, regarding international affairs, regarding you did what? You sent what, where? You sent airplanes to assault where? You did what? You didn't have right to do that. Oh, yeah, and about your Navy, you did what? No, 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 you can't do that. Now it's a big gum up down there at the Strait of Hormuz. Now your people can't get their gasoline. Some kind of way the sunshine is going to be on it here. Exposure. I'm going to put the exposure card and the sun card, which is exposure, and the Ace of Cups on the side here. Because what that is saying is there's some good things coming out of that. But here's some not so good things. Here we are dealing with the whole purpose behind the conflict in the first place, which shows me is somebody's trying to make some money off of a bad deal. That's Ace is the truth, and the Five of Pentacles is loss. That's a bad deal. Running people, everybody's broke. Nobody wins. That's a bad deal. And here we have somebody's happy about making somebody a bad deal and collecting on it. Oh, look at here. The whole point in the conflict was to delay, to delay, I guess, the nuclear developments, to delay development, knowing full and well they could not stop it, but they could delay it. That is the role reversed, meaning things are continuing, nothing stopping, and we have the devil trying to block it. So this is about the nuclear power here, but you can't stop it. And about the feminine, oh, it seems that the Epstein talk has slowed down a bit. We have Temperance, which slows things down, and we have the Empress, the female of all females, the divine feminine. But nevertheless, there's going to be some new information that comes and sets it all back off into anxiety world all over again. Those who are involved in the trafficking will be, look at that. Yeah, this is going to be exposed again, coming right back up. It's probably that Mercury in retrograde, bringing it right back. Yeah, associations are going to be named. They're going to be naming names. Lives are going to be shattered. None of them are Clintons or Obamas. It is going to take a lot of work to. Now, I looked at this and I saw the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Eight of Pentacles, and then I sense I'm being I'm being pulled into the Zorro Ranch. I'm being pulled in, not just the Zorro Ranch, but it was something going on in Gene Hackman's underneath his house too. So it's something going on down there in New Mexico. Pulled right in. Mm. Let me pull myself right out. Yeah. Secret hideaways, secret rendezvous, secret places, secrets going on. Look at this. Secret betrayals. This looks like the romance angle of hey Kamoyo, how are you? The Andrew Tate move, what do you call it? The lover defense. And entice these little young girls with romance and all this other kind of stuff into sexual situation, then betray them with the trafficking. That's what that looks like that was. So basically what is happening once the conflict has resolved itself or slowed down, it's going right back to the Epstein files. It's going right back. But it looks like this guy, the King of Swords, if he's not one of those judges at the international court, he's another type of dignitary. Mm-hmm. Because he's got the dirt on these folks, the Three of Pentacles people. Whoever this King of Swords is, he's got the goods on him. He's got the tapes. He's got it all. And I'm just assuming, to me, it feels courty, like justicey, because he's the King of Swords. I mean, he doesn't let anything get by him. He is the lawmaker, the rule maker. That's why I call him the judge. But now he could be another statesman, okay, who just has that energy about him and who has information that he's ready to drop right now. So I'm hearing next week it's more stuff. Yeah. See, Page of Swords, more dirt's dug up, and now we have the Four of Cups. It's like somebody's just bringing it on it. It's like, have you ever broke up with somebody and all the while you were with them, your friends would just kind of stay away and your family would just go, I don't know. They seem like they such a nice person, but I don't know. And finally, when you break up, that's when everybody comes around with a story to tell about that person, and none of it's good. That's what this is. That's exactly what this is. Everybody's got a story to tell, and none of it is good. And look at this one. Money gets clogged up. This is the suspension of an operation here. Yeah. And that's another thing. So, okay, let's do this. I'm getting bored. Okay. Yeah, it's too much going on for me to be bored. So, once the conflict, and that's what it is, sweethearts. It's just a conflict. It is not a WAR. All right? Not a war at all. Once this conflict is resolved, all eyes are going back to the Epstein files. Okay? Now, I want to have you heard about the tunnels they found out under Gene Hackman's house? Those tunnels came up in earlier readings that I did. I just didn't know what they were for, but they were what? They were saying it was for storage. And we were going like, So, let's take a quick look. I know I'm shifting gears. There's not much to say about that other thing that I can say. What do you want me to say? We know. By the 9th, it might be completely out of their hand. Yeah. Big Mama say, hey, Big Mama say, time's up, game's over. There's nothing else to say. So they went over there thinking that they were going to do one thing, and they got their feelings hurt. The United States got our feelings hurt over there messing around with their folks. Now, coming back home, this is, I had to put the band on, my brace on. I feel better. Not 100, but I feel better with the back. I need to lose weight. That's what it is. What was going on within those tunnels in Gene Hackman's house? Let's just ask those questions. Are you with me, folks? Did I transition too quickly for that? Because I'm so bored. You have no idea how I feel about this incursion into Iran. I'm like, moving right along. Okay. They said, yep. Because I want to move into something else. I'm not going to be so easily swayed to forget about the epiphiles. No. I want to see, but now we got this going on. I want to know what's behind all them tunnels in Gene Hackman's house. What was in all those? Maybe I should say what's in the tunnels. What was all that about? And some of it, oh my goodness, if what they were showing were real, they had a wall that looked like it was almost cuneiform writing in there. That's what it looked like. It was pictographs. And I was just waiting to see if there was some little cuneiform, but it may have been even more advanced than the cuneiform writing on the wall in a tunnel. Now, I don't know, because these video producers are sloppy as hell, some of them. But you had pictures of going into the tunnels. Of course, you have the dark tunnel that's wet, and then you had train tracks going in there. And then you had other things. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see what this is. Because if those were pictograms, oh my God, that would be one hell of a discovery. If it was just some bullshit they threw up as a stock photo, what a disappointment, Moving right along. What was behind the tunnels? We have insecurity. Insecurity about what? Announcement, expression, revealing, recording. What was behind those? Kick to the curb. No, kicked under the. So we're talking about kick to the curb. We're talking about trash, hater, betrayal, deceit, backstabbing, no trust, bank failure. Okay, that could have been a stash place down there. He could have been using the tunnels to stash assets, to stash money. Don't know. Okay, true crime. Hold on, not true crime. Going back to the Golden Tarot first. Insecurity announcement. Was Gene Hackman even in the tunnels? Did he even go in? Did he even know the tunnels were there? Spirit said yes, he knew the tunnels were there, but he wouldn't go into them. What were these tunnels for? Tell us about the tunnels under Gene Hackman's house. These are compounds, folks. These are not just big houses. These are really compounds. And see, where there are tunnels, there's always smuggling. Now, out there in the desert, there can also be mining. But for sure, where there are tunnels, something is being moved from point A to point B. For sure. And it's hidden. Tunnels are everywhere. What does the tunnel mean symbolically? It's a pathway. And the Anunnaki are all over social media. Hey, I wish they'd take a seat too and sit down, Jaconda. Tunnels are a pathway from point A to point B, and it's a hidden pathway. Hidden pathways. So now, what was going back and forth? What was the tunnels? What were the tunnels under Gene Hackman's house for? What was, I mean, what's in them? I mean, otherwise, you just have a house, a big old house that maybe back in the day, uh, the tunnels were used for bootlegging. You know what I mean? You just see. Had you said tunnels in Pennsylvania, New York, or Maryland, I would have said bootlegging, but not necessarily in Virginia. Definitely West Virginia, bootlegging, but not necessarily these days. What were the tunnels for? What were the tunnels for under Gene Hackman's house? Oh, bootlegging, running homemade whiskey and homemade alcohol since selling them. That's what I'm talking. Okay. What was it? What was the tunnels under Gene Hackman's Papa door under his house? And folks, I'm telling you, now that we have really gotten into some of these emails from the epi files, we know we just cannot let these strange diseases just show up and disappear and not look into them anymore. Because we know why? Because epi had hired scientists to create exotic diseases to take out massive groups of people. It's in the emails. That's what the Zorro Ranch was for. All right, I done shuffled the hell out of these cards. Let's say, come on, what are the tunnels in Gene Hackman's house for? So, I mean, folks, I think we have literally dodged. We dodged more than a bullet. We dodged, and we're fighting and dodging a planetary takeover. That's what we're fighting. Look at this. What did I say? 3 of Wands. This is the return. This is the yield for something you've put your money into, like, okay, contraband coming in through the tunnels. Withdrawing, withdrawal what? Insecurity again. This is insecure. This is insecure. Insecurity. Let's keep insecurity about what? We're talking, are we talking about using tunnels to freeze things, to keep things stored? Look at this. Look what's popped up here. This is the King of Swords. Door. Okay. he would have been a King of Swords. Let's keep going. New projects, new passions, new motivation. Also willpower. This is the Ace of Wands. And here's an offer, an invitation. Now remember, we're looking to see what's in these tunnels. Here's a soldier. Here's somebody moving stuff back and forth. Also, yeah, the Knight of Wands. So we have 2 knights, one coming, one going. We have a product. We call it the Star. We have families, agency. Under the shadows, the moon, delusions, fictions, shadowy situations you can't see clearly, foggy situations, manipulations with the magician, Gemini energy. Oh, daggone it, I just dropped him on the floor. Well, I can't get him right now. He fell in my shoe. I think I can. I got him. I have him. I have magician. So we've got some serious hocus pocus going on in those tunnels. He may not even have known the daggone tunnels were there. Secrets. Look at all of this. High Priestess. Libra energy. Okay. Here's an offer. An offer of what? A small offer. Here we have again another child, Page. This is about materialism, trying to figure out a budget, something small, something to make money with. And here's empowerment here. What in the heck? We all running some stuff. Okay, and here's the victory. 6 of Wands. Okay. I want to, no, not that. I'm going to clarify the Page of Cups because that makes me nervous here. Page of Cups. Clarify Page of Cups. Because basically what I'm seeing is a lot of secret stuff being done in the tunnels. Movement at nighttime. Concern over security. Got a figurehead. Clarify Page of Cups. Clarify Page of Cups. Clarify Page of Cups. And lo and behold, what do I have here but the moon and the magician right on top of it? Okay. Oh, shucks. Y'all. Look at this. Now you tell me what this is. Page of Cups. Pages are always a child or they always the seed of something. Hello, Nancy Dixon. How are you? Hi, Jolinda. Okay. Now, what fell on that card was great fortune. The older woman. That's my hustler, too. She's my hustler. Not all hustlers are young women. And the journey. Lord, y'all. Allegedly. 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 Sometimes I wish I could find something else to talk about. Do I have to come out and say it? What was being run through those tunnels? Same thing that's been run through the rest of them. And a madam. This is a madam. She is a madam. The mature woman is a madam. They're running children. Allegedly. Allegedly. Whether they know it or not. Look at this. And we have the lovers, we have the courthouse, and we have the jail card. Underage lovers. And we have the married couple, above reproach, high self-esteem, who it seems had some very bad habits. Y'all, I'm just like, there goes my headache. Okay. Okay. This is all alleged. This is where I need my, this is all alleged. Because now the question is, were they in on any kind of child trafficking? Did they know about it? Did the Hacklins know about it? You ought to hear my spirit people over here screaming. I can't accuse anybody of doing anything. I will say that was the environment for it. Those are conditions were right. And I will leave it at that. I mean, you just. I'm like through. I'm just like, oh, damn. Yes. Okay. I have one more question that I want to ask. I feel comfortable enough to ask. Why was Mrs. Guthrie taken? Why was she taken? Let's hold that right there. Let me ask this question, and then I'll be on my own. Then I'll be going. But some of this stuff, I tell you. Oh, the loosh. Oh my God. Yeah, we do. If we could tell people how to hold on to your loosh, don't and starve those bastards. Why was Mrs. Guthrie taken? Nancy Guthrie taken. Why was she taken? Allegedly. This is all allegedly. Okay, why was she taken? Folks, I've almost finished my book and I'm getting ready to start on a program I will offer to you first. It's like a workshop or a series of coaching classes for you. I'll get to the details sometime next week, though. I'll have for you once we've solidified some things. Why was Mrs. Guthrie taken? Okay. All right. Just to show off. Just to show off. Just to show that they could do it. Fake friends. Anger management. Already know the tea. Already know the tea. Basically, just because. Toxic. That's how we do things around here. That's the company you keep, baby. It's the company you marry into and the company you keep. That's who they were. That is who they were. Jealousy, all that other stuff. And I do believe they were, oh my goodness. Fake friends. I know that's some sick shit. That's it. But that's basically what it was. Fake friends. I'm afraid to look any further. What I say? Putting on a show. All right. Okay, let's do this now. It's time for me to chit chat with you directly. If you have any questions, pop them up there. I'm going to start at the top. Live chat and see what I got. Oh. Okay. Now let's see what I got. We'll take it up to the top. Okay. We're headed to the poorhouse. No, we're not. Mario says, we're headed to the poorhouse. No, we're not. We just make sure we got plenty of beans, plenty of rice. I think it's potatoes and cauliflower. Yeah, because you don't like rice like that. Okay. Alex says, Grand Madam, Oracle of Whimsy says Biden was playing. What I tell y'all about comparing me when talking about other psychics on my channel, y'all? I don't know. We don't know that, Alex. That's just that's a thought. Attack who about what? Iran was not bothering us. They've been sitting on nukes. They were not bothering us. And they were sitting on nukes when Lauren was a baby. This isn't new. And the U.S. has been trying to get into their business about them nukes. And they have been blocking them, blocking them, and blocking them. Outrunning them with it. It was a game. Okay. Jaconda, what, by the 9th it might be? I hope it is. We'll see. Hello, beloved. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we talked about them tunnels. Huge cut off. That's right. Cut off there, loose. Whoosh. That's it. We didn't have. Oh, we don't have too many people up here today. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah. Yeah, Linda. Yeah, I truly believe that Jasmine. She lost it by 8 points. I said, y'all put another man in there. Okay. Y'all put another white man in there. All right. All right. I was hoping for Crockett myself. I said, then they just threw this guy in there. I'm like, no, they didn't do that. The Dems did that. The Dems did that. And I said, no, they didn't do that shit. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, and I take it as a personal affront because she was there for the longest by herself. And then out of the blue, here they come, the good white man. So here we go with this shit again. Okay. Did Crockett? Yeah, I do believe so. Yeah, did she really? I don't have my. Yeah, I'll throw a card down on that to see, but I do believe the answer is yes. Did you mean fair and square? Did she win? Did she uh, lose fair and square? That's what you mean. Did Jasmine Crockett lose fair and square at the Texas Senate seat? Did she lose to Talarico fair and square? Talarico. Did Crockett win fair and square? Yes. It started off shadowy with the moon. Then you can see where the victory went. Then there's the Ace of Wands. So we have the moon because he came out of nowhere, kind of. Then we have the Six of Wands, which is victory. And then you have the Ace of Wands, which is also motivation, victory, success, and a Felix symbol. So, yes, she did. Yeah, she lost fair and square, but it was only by 8 points. Yeah, only 8 points. She was struggling. It was a struggle. Okay, now let's see what else was going on. Hi, Quandi. How long do you think this shameful war will last? And see, Quandi, they play games. When I was a kid, war lasts for years. Now they're playing game when the weapons run out. What are those kind of missiles they don't have anymore? They running out of those missiles, those $1 billion damn missiles they've been wasting. Spirit, what do you think? What do you feel? What do you feel? Hmm. Spirit said today. Okay. Um. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I don't. Fondy, I would give it another 2 weeks to see what other stuff comes up. I really would. And then they're going to talk about putting boots on the ground. Not when that country is 4 times the size of yours. You don't put boots on the ground, you big dummies. But that's me. That's how I think. Okay. You're not going to get enough but swallowed up. Will Virginia Jeffrey Coroner's report be published soon? I thought it was. No. Spirit? Yeah. I'm hearing it was published in Australia. I don't know. Oh, where is my phone? Hold on. Spell that. Spell her name. 2 F's. Okay. GUI. 1E. That's being blocked. How in the world you can have it as of November 3rd, 2025, and yet nobody has anything to say about it? What? Widely reported Virginia Jeffrey's death in April 2025 has been widely reported as a suicide, and multiple news outlets confirm authorities and her family stated she died by suicide. However, public reporting and statements from her lawyer indicate continued questions and ongoing coroner process rather than. My question is, have they done it? They're sitting on it. They are sitting on it. Will they release Virginia Jeffrey's autopsy report, coroner's report? Will they release it? Hold on a second. Will they release? Who will the authorities? Australian authorities, I guess. Release. Oh. Look at this. I don't think they're finished with it at all. I don't even know how they're. It looks like they're at the initial stages. That looks like the initial stage. And a lot of confusing questions to go with it. Let's just say her autopsy is nowhere near complete. When are they going to release it? They may never release it. Square business. Mhm. When he orders it. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, Quandi, I believe it. I don't know what that. See, when you go over there speaking with forked tongue, can't nobody believe anything you say. Mm-hmm. Pumanet, that was Pumanet. Sorry, Pumanet. Is the oh in hiding. He was just on TV. I mean, just on the new. He- well, put it this way: he's somewhere safe where he can broadcast. Okay, that is the president of Israel in hiding from Iran. He's safe where he can broadcast from. It will cost him. Oh yeah, yeah. Jasmine is suing. It's those 8 points. That's very close. It's those 8 points. And there was some hocus pocus, hocus pocus. There was something going on with the machines up there in Douglas County. It cost her 8 points. Talking about Jasmine Crockett now, Texas Senate race. Okay. Hi, Tracy Owens. What white woman? What y'all talking about? Okay, Barbara, what you talking? Barbara and Tracy Owens, what y'all talking about? Oh yes, the Dems did it. Oh, the Saudis are saying they were bombed. Yeah, that messed me up. I'm like, the U.S. did that? You know, he wants to put a tower over there. I have had a chance now. Now, what about the white woman, Tracy? Who is this? What white woman, y'all? What are you talking about? Is Trump putting no? That's the other way around, dear. Linda Russell is asked, is Trump betraying Israel and putting the blame on Israel? No, flip that the other way around. They're screwing over each other. Hello, Shirley Troop. How are you today? I am well. Okay. Jaconda says he looks like a rep in Democrat. Dim, dim sheep's clothing. Somebody doesn't want anything to change. Yeah, yeah, they put another one right in there. People went to their voting places and found out a lot of them had been moved. Had to look to, oh my God, yeah, yeah. And that's in addition to the machines not acting right, isn't it? Had to look, oh my God, had to look for their stations. Hey, TT. Quande, okay, well, okay. Thank you. You're welcome. Dames turned their backs on Jay. Shh. But you know what, Barbara? I had a feeling they were going to do that. I really did. Yes, they did. They're complicit. Hmm. They don't what? Thank you, Camello. They are complicit because like, how can you be? After a while, the question is no longer how can you be this stupid. It's like, no, you are complicit. You're not stupid. You're not weak. You've been paid. You're complicit. Yeah, it's time for another. I truly would have loved. I like the parliamentary system with the five different groups. Nothing even, just make that a five, seven, something like that. Different groups that can wield some power and really keep the one group keeps the other group in check. Uh-huh. Hi, Michelle Harris. Yeah, he needs to lay down and go to sleep. No, like I said, Jaconda. Oh, Jaconda talking about there was no suicide, and her autopsy can prove it. I've asked the cars, pendulum, etc. How long can you hold a body until? Oh, years, girl, years, years. Put it on ice. Years. Yeah. In Texas, Texas always cheats. Tracy say Texas always cheats. Okay, y'all. Okay. Any other questions before I go? hmm Going once, going twice. Um, I will see you soon. Okay. And if anything else pops up, you know me, it's faster for me to pop in live to discuss something than it is for me to. And I just wanted to make some videos. I just wanted to make videos, but per chance to dream. See y'all later. Much love.